Hi, it's Tony again from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is the 5th of February 2022, and I'm looking again at movie 370. So I'm going to actually call this one 371. It's like a supplement to movie 370. On this one, as a reminder, what we got was this. This is at 2:30 in the morning. That window lights up. I'll just make it a little bit larger. Okay. Now, there is an outside light, which this is the reason why I'm doing this additional supplement to this movie. The belief was that initially the outside light was coming on, and that's what was triggering the window to light up. Therefore, the camera one picks it up, which is one that's filming it now. However, there is camera 2, which points to the outside of the window. So if the security light had in fact come on, we would have expected that one to alert. Okay. So the question was what's the reason behind it? And the idea was that there is a window to the right hand side of this camera that possibly could have been the cause of it, either a light source coming from this, because remember this is 35 foot up in the air, light shining through and it's reflecting off the window. It doesn't make sense why that window to the right hand side hasn't lit up. The only other thought is that all of this window front of it just simply lights up. I've never encountered it myself personally, but I have read other reports on windows that suddenly light up. The famous one is the famous Bully Rectory case of Harry Price, researched for great part of his lifetime. There were people within inside the Bully Rectory in the library when the window suddenly lit up. Yet when they looked through the window, they could see people outside on the lawn. When they spoke to us, well, we've not seen any light source, and we weren't responsible for it. So unexplained light sources are not uncommon, and we've had a couple certainly in the empty room. And the reason why I took great interest in this one is, can we find an explanation for it? So what we did the following day, I started to ask questions. Where is this light? So we've got this movie here. I'll just show you this one. This is now the 8th of July, the following day. That's the outside light, that one there. The sensor points outwards, but the light shines downwards. Okay. That's the owner in the building. And so that's the what it looks like. What I've also got are these. This is the window that lit up. Okay, that's when it lit up. Oops. That's the smart cam is attached to the window, which you can see there. So the camera is facing outside, but the microphone placement is inside. So that is the security light there. You can just see it. So if that light comes on, you would expect that camera to pick it up, because that's a major environmental change to the environment so you would expect the camera to pick it up. And there it is again. There's the camera facing onwards. We've actually got a second camera in here now, facing on the actual window ledge, facing and covering all that area, just to be on the safe side. And while we've got one of these, this is what it looks like when the outside camera comes on. There's smoke here, Don't concern yourself much about that. Let me just get rid of that a second. That the smoke is coming from the heating and air conditioning units which are outside the property. We should be able to see that in the next movie. You see it just drifting in. So that's what that camera looks like, which is completely different to the one that we looked at earlier from the day before. Then about 5:37 in the morning, you'll see a bird fly through, and this is what ignited the alerted the camera. There's the bird. That was enough of the change environment for this camera to work. So this camera is definitely working, the one that's on the window. So, because that was only, what, a couple of hours later. So the camera that oversees the building, camera 2, and that security light, so it definitely works because it's just alerted because a bird is flown past. That's enough to see a change in the environment and send the camera alert. So that's working correctly. So the question is, why did camera 2 alert and camera 1 alerted and camera 2 and did not? So I thought I'd just cover that. I've just as a supplement to movie 370, because it's one of them sort of things that's been scratching my head over. So at the moment, what we can say is that camera 2 is working correctly. Had it alerted, it would have certainly have been picked up. We haven't got an explanation what would cause it. All we can do is really just put crosses across that stuff, which we thought, such as camera's faulty, camera not working, that type of thing. We can say, well, no, that's not the case, because an hour and a half later it does a alert because of a pigeon that's flying past. So hope you found that useful. Okay, bye.